opportunity of our generation. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Ecom Unlimited podcast. As you can see, we are in a totally different location. We are currently in Miami from the Miami Sellers Conference. So, Josh, today we just want to talk quickly about a couple takeaways from the conference, what it was like, and some of our personal takeaways, and what we've also talked about with some sellers at the conference. So, Josh, you want to kick us off there?
Yeah, so one conversation I had with, I believe he's a Wholesale Network member, is trying to figure out if I'm not profiting on a brand in the beginning, is the brand, partnership strategy worth it? And so I kind of just had a long talk with him on like what it looks like to actually build a relationship before you start actually profiting on their inventory. A lot of our OA and arbitrage sellers are looking for profit right away. That's the name of the game. If it's not profitable, don't buy it. And so you kind of have to rewire your brain a little bit to think of like a new strategy to get these brands to, one, notice you, because you got to be selling the product usually for them to notice you, or you have to come out with a revolutionary idea that they're probably not going to accept. And you have to understand what they want. And so you do that by continuing to order their products and trying to sell on Amazon as best you can, while starting to like pitch little things like listing optimization and all that sort of stuff.
It's the long game, man. And even what we were just talking about with Corey too, like what you were saying about arbitrage sellers having that instant gratification, and not that that's bad. I mean,
no,
that's the beauty of the model. But you have to think differently if you're going to pivot and work with brands and be successful on it. The one guy I was talking with, specifically again about Brand Direct, he was saying how he was, pitching the brand value ones, talking about like he made actually, which is probably a good suggestion, like a different product that they could add that was kind of like missing from their catalog that a lot of their competitors had. But I was like, did you ask the brand if that's what they want to do? But no, it's like, okay, well then that's not actually valuable to them. Like maybe you could have gotten lucky and it hit exactly what they were trying to do. But more than likely, not what they want to do. So. And this theme has come up multiple times, I feel like, in the last couple of months. Like, people are really like, how do I pitch a brand? How do I pitch a brand? You don't pitch a brand. You get an account, and then you ask them questions, you build a relationship, and then when they trust you, you say, hey, like, I noticed this, what's going on, what are you trying to accomplish? And then you explain how what you do can help them accomplish what you want. It's like, it's a pretty simple framework that seems to be hard for people to get, and I get it, it's different than OA, right? But at the end of the day, it's like ask questions, build a relationship first, pitch later kind of thing. Absolutely. What else did you like about the Miami conference and just being here with all these great sellers? It's always, the energy's so good, and it's like, I realized you can have high-level conversations at a much more rapid rate, It's like, obviously, like, we're in the Wholesale Network, you and me talk pretty much almost every day, so it's like we're always talking about the business, we're always thinking about it, but it's like when you get in a room with people, it's like, all right, you're doing 50 million a year or 50 million lifetime, 8 figures, meeting Colin Rod in person, it's like just having all of those conversations within a 48-hour period, it's just like your mind just like starts expanding. And so for me, I mean, my biggest personal takeaway is just thinking bigger, you know, and just being freshly motivated again, just to absolutely hammer the business and grow it.
I think the other thing is too, is like there's always something new to learn. As Amazon sellers, we can, really have our models down. We know what works, but there's always something new that you can look at. And especially on the brand direct side of things with like, keywords and advertising and all that stuff, there's always a new strategy coming out. The algorithm's always changing. So it's always good to talk to, guys that, are, ahead of the curve on the algorithm side of things and understand it a little bit better than others and having talks with them.
100%. And also really cool just to meet. There are a couple Wholesale Network members that I've been talking to for probably like 2 years now. Like some of the OG guys, that I'm like friends, and it's like you meet them in person, and it's just like that initial dap up when you've been talking to someone for 2 years and haven't met them in person yet. It's just it feels so good.
It's so weird, like meeting somebody online and not actually having like a face-to-face like interaction, or like being in the same room and like seeing their face and like recognizing them from all these different Discord chats and their profile picture on X and Instagram. So it's always good. And we also saw Smart Scout and SellerSnap. It was fun to do the interview with SellerSnap. That was really fun. So hopefully they'll post us on their content. That would be really fun.
Yeah. We did the interview. Yep, that was good. Yeah. So getting to meet the SellerSnap team in person, getting to meet Scott and Needham from Smart Scout, because those vendors there, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right, Kaj, if you had to give one reason why someone would come to Miami next year, what would that reason be?
Amazon sellers that operate in a silo, you're shooting yourself in the foot for no reason, right? I mean, that's why Avery and Taylor started the conference. It was because there weren't conferences like this, especially like for smaller arbitrage wholesale sellers. Like there's been like the really big Amazon conferences, but those were always just for private label people. And now, right, there are more conferences too. So if you're not going to conferences, you are doing yourself a disservice. The ROI is like pretty much always 100% there. It's like you have to go.
And so before you even come to Miami, how would you, if someone's never gone to something like this before, how would you kind of maybe give them a tip or two on what they're going to need to do when they come here to actually make it one, a great experience, and then two, a potential great networking event for them?
So if you're not already active on social, that's the start, right? So that way it's like people start to kind of recognize your face, you interact with some people. So what would be great is if you show up here and then you're meeting some online friends in real life for the first time, right? Because then it's like you kind of have a little bit of a crew,
right?
And then like come prepared to take notes, and whatever speakers you resonate it with, go up and introduce yourself. Shake their hands, look them in the eye, have a conversation, meet some random people. Just be prepared to meet people and talk.
And even in preparing good questions too. And trying to stay dialed in on when these speakers talk. There's a lot of movement in the background. People are going in and out, but got to be jotting down notes, kind of trying to understand as much as you can, and ask great questions.
100%. Sure. And then of course, obviously, we're here with the Wholesale Network, wearing the t-shirts, which finally got some fresh polos. It's funny because we were talking about this. I'm not a big polo guy. I think I have like one or two polos because it's like I'm normally dressed casually just in a t-shirt, or it's like I have to wear a suit. But now I got another polo in the arsenal.
I know, which is always nice.
Regular wholesale or specifically brand direct partnerships on Amazon, you can just shoot me a DM, which obviously you guys know where to follow me on X or on Instagram. Shoot me a DM if you're interested in joining. Or you could comment below as well, and I'll respond to you. And then we'll figure out if you're a good fit, if we're able to help you out.
Guys, I'll wrap it up here. If you found value in this episode, give it a like and subscribe to Ecom Unlimited. All the links are going to be in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.